JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanbanan Babugela Makai and a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and also entertainment all in one experience. Let's take a look at your top stories for today. President Mnangagwa unveils power retention campaign, OK ZANU-PF cell village restructuring. Zimbabwe seeks the US to help remind banks that sanctions are eased. Dallas today in PSL season so far as 4 matches yielded just 4 goals at Mandava. Now, in a calculated power retention move, President Emerson Mnangagwa, still toying with the possibility of a third-term presidential bid, has given the nod to a ZANU-PF restructuring exercise of cell and village organs, which will likely be stuffed with his loyalists. The grassroots structures are expected to trigger calls for the ZANU-PF leader to stay in power beyond the constitutional term limit and force changes to the country's supreme law. Now, following the scheduled PCC meetings, provinces are expected to call for inter-district indabas at all district coordinating committee centers on May 11th and 12th, 2024. Worldwide inter-branch meetings will then be held the next weekend, while the actual restructuring should effectively be done on the 20th of May. 9 people were killed while 25 others were injured in 100 road traffic accidents that were recorded countrywide on Independence Day. During the same period last year, 4 people were killed while 22 others were injured in 133 road accidents recorded. This year, there was an increase in the number of people who died in road accidents as well as the number of people injured. Police said most of the accidents were attributed to human error, which included speeding, inattention, misjudgment, overtaking error, and failure to observe road rules and regulations by drivers.
Welcome to Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
Let's take a look at the African news for today. Now, Ghanaian gospel musician Kofi Owusu-Duah-Anto, known professionally as Koda, has reportedly passed away at the age of 46. Reports says a source close to the family confirmed the unfortunate passing of the musician. The musician died on Sunday from a condition yet to be made public. Multiple reports suggest he was suffering from kidney disease. Fans and fellow musicians have been paying a tribute to Ghanaian gospel star. Koda, renowned both as a producer and a musician, gained fame after his aspiring compositions and his captivating, soul-stirring vocals that struck a chord with audiences nationwide. In our international news for today. Now, this morning, Russia said it had prepared a response to the event the West seizes its frozen assets in favor of Ukraine. Valentina Matvienko, the Speaker of the Russian Upper House of Parliament, was quoted by the state news agency RIA as saying, "We have a prepared answer." It comes as top officials in the U.S. want to seize nearly $300 billion of Russian assets to help support Ukraine. The House of Representatives passed a bill on Saturday that would allow the confiscation of these assets, though some bankers and European officials are worried that simply taking them would create a dangerous precedent.
Westerners are teetering dangerously on the brink of a direct military clash between nuclear powers, fraught with catastrophic consequences. Particularly that it's the troika of Western nuclear states that are among key sponsors of the criminal Kyiv regime.
Local innovation with a global recognition. It's JIT-TV.
Shout out to you, the viewer. Shout out to all our advertisers for supporting this incredible channel, JIT-TV. If you want to participate, if you want to attach your quality product to all our quality brands, get in touch with us here at JIT-TV. Also support the razzmatazz, and we will surely give you value for your money. Indeed, that's what we do.
It's JIT-TV, just in time.
Step into the world of elegance and sophistication at the Zimbabwe Investment Summit 2024, taking place on the 2nd and 3rd of May at the beautiful, luxurious Radisson Hotel, OR Tambo. Prepare to be captivated by the distinguished presence of Zimbabwe's ambassador to South Africa, His Excellency Dr. David Hamadzilipi, and other esteemed guests. This summit promises to be an unforgettable experience, showcasing Zimbabwe's commitment to being open for business, ensuring no one and no place is left behind. Zimbabwe, ilizwe lakhiwa ngabanikazi balo, nyika inovakwa nevene vayo.
Let's get down now to the business side of news for today. Now, Zimbabwe has asked the U.S. to remind banks that Washington has recently eased some of its sanctions on the Southern African nation. Zimbabwe officials met with the U.S. Treasury to make the request. He said the delegation is in Washington to attend the spring meetings of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank. In March, the U.S. updated its sanctions program and said American entities may re-examine their stance on Zimbabwe, even as it applied sanctions to President Emmerson Mnangagwa and other top officials. Now, Victoria Falls Stock Exchange listed property firm West Post Holdings Limited says it has a solid multi-billion-dollar projects pipeline that spans a residential and commercial segments that are expected to be implemented currently during the current financial year. Some of the projects are already underway, targeting the high-end and diaspora markets, with the group presenting its case to potential investors as far as the U.S. capital, Washington, D.C. The initiatives are in line with the group's ambitious target of putting 1 billion bricks into the ground by 2050, providing luxurious lifestyle in Zimbabwe.
At Hewlett's, we believe in a sweet future. A sweet future for our country, planet, and community.
Protec was founded in 1982 with the mission of assisting previously disadvantaged youth for successful entry into STEM-based careers. Protec Tongaat opened its doors in 1991, and from day one, Tongaat Hewlett has played a vital role in ensuring our continued success and growth. Each year, Protec Tongaat supports approximately 120 learners from grades 10 to 12 with an aptitude in maths and science from low socioeconomic backgrounds.
We get career exposure with site visits, career counseling, and job shadowing to help us make a more informed career choice.
Studying at Protec has allowed me to rank in the top 10 performing electrical engineering graduates at the UT.
Growing a sweet future is not only about financial support. It is also about creating opportunities. Tongaat Hewlett has employed 33 Protec engineering students and have been a partner of Protec for over 30 years, and our support will continue into the future.
Hewlett's, growing a sweet future.
Let's take a look at your JIT-TV news weather focus. And lastly, on your sports news. Now, Saturday became the dullest day of the season so far, as the 4 matches yielded just 4 goals at Mandava, while the other 3 matches ended goalless. There were 0 goals at halftime as FC Platinum hosted Bikita Minerals, Yada entertained newcomers Chegudu Pirates, ZPC Kariba took on Arenal Movers, and Green Fuel met Herentals. Now, the 4 goals at Mandava came in the second half, with FC Platinum scoring after 51 and 57 minutes, while the visitors responded in the 69th and 83rd minutes. Now, while there were also 3 goalless draws on the Saturday of match day 3, there were 3 other games that yielded 7 goals. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. Or rather, you can go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Gugule. Have yourselves an amazing day.
Zimbabwe, Nyika Yakanaka. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, surrounded by SADC countries like South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique. The name Zimbabwe stems from a Shona term for Great Zimbabwe. It's the ruins of an ancient city dating back to between the 11th and 15th centuries, are made entirely of stone and span over 1,800 acres. Ask us about arranging a visit here. The highlands are known for their natural environment, with tourist destinations such as Nyanga, Chimanimane, Vumba, and Chirinda Forest at Mount Selinda. Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders and one of the world's biggest and most spectacular waterfalls, is located in the country's extreme northwest and is part of the Zambezi River. The Victoria Falls National Park is also in this area and is one of the 8 main national parks in Zimbabwe, the largest of which is Hwange National Park. Matobo Hills National Park is one of the country's most interesting parks from a cultural perspective. It's not only very scenic, it also has a rich human history. Once inhabited by Bushmen, there's a superb collection of well-preserved rock art dating back at least 13,000 years. Lake Kariba is one of the biggest man lakes that is famous for the mystical creature Nyami Nyami and is a popular African travel destination. Zimbabwe is showing a steady growth path economically according to the World Bank review. This is a significant improvement after a 2-year recession due to COVID-19 and other factors. Zimbabwe's agriculture has taken its status of being the breadbasket of Africa, with its land reform program showing phenomenal signs of growth and yields produced by Zimbabweans for Zimbabweans. Land is certainly a good story to tell. Zimbabwe is now the fastest growing third world country in Africa and the world at large. Zimbabwe, Musha Wakanaka. Zimbabwe is blessed with amazing fauna and flora, minerals, and many natural resources. It is one of the world's biggest producers of gold and the 3rd biggest producers of platinum. The mining sector remains very lucrative, with some of the world's largest platinum reserves being mined. The Marange diamond fields, discovered in 2006, are considered the biggest diamond find in over a century. So if you need a world-class African country to do business while touring this majestic landscape and seeing the Big Five, Zimbabwe is the destination of choice. Zimbabwe. Zimba Zimbabwe.
Yemino musikana ndakumbokudzidzisa kadanzi kechichama ndakumbokubauchenjeri kwetembichana makudalonchi dauti zvibude kunge mama
mukomana wauya kundidzidzisa kadanzi vachiona move my little waist to the side to the corner ndikatanga ndichimuva slow izvezvi ndakugona ndototamba zviri steady
vakakuona uchizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti yakakadanzi kanotura kakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
vachindiwana ndichizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti akakadanzi kanotura ndakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
kauvetura zunza ruoko rwekuleft kauvetura bata dundundu pachest kauvetura move your body like a snake ukaona vachinyara havana cash nemashef
Kelvedura, but I'm trying to better waste. Kelvedura, though you know you got the taste. Jeva singa de toso tamba name later. I'm so going on watching that I want a paper. Yeah. Why introduce a dance? Got it sweet, come get it in my body.
No one of them check dance. Give me the vibe, give me the play. Whoa, vakakuona uchizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti yakakadanzi kanotura kakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
vachindiwana ndichizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti akakadanzi kanotura ndakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
musikana ndakumbokudzidzisa kadanzi kechichama ndakumbokubauchenjeri kwetembichana makudalonchi dauti zvibude kunge mama
mukomana wauya kundidzidzisa kadanzi vachiona move my little waist to the side to the corner ndikatanga ndichimuva slow izvezvi ndakugona ndototamba zviri steady
vakakuona uchizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti yakakadanzi kanotura kakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
vachindiwana ndichizunza zvichavanetsa vachauya vachibvunza kuti akakadanzi kanotura ndakafundira kupika kelike uvetura
The revolution shall be televised. JIT TV, just in time.